we are so grateful to be joined now by CAF co-founder and board vice president Bob Babbit, who has been on the show before, and also from Clear Falls High School in League City, Texas, outside of Houston, Keith Harris. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, so League City is it's outside Houston, and it's kind of in the area where I grew up. League City, when I was going to high school, Adobe High School, used to be in the same district as League City. I don't know if you guys are in the same district with Dobie anymore. Yeah, but you did say you played Dobie earlier this year.
Did you win?
Don't think we came out on
No,
top.
that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, Bob, I want to start with you real quick. We know the mission statement. I just read it. But tell the viewers about how the CAF is specifically helping challenge athletes like Keith.
Right. Well, we've been around 32 years now, and we've raised $191 million, sent out over 50,000 grants to challenge athletes in all 50 states, 73 countries. More importantly, 105 different sports. We've given the 105th sport was wheelchair pickleball. The whole idea is that everybody deserves the right to play sport. And we found out 32 years ago, your health insurance, if you become injured, they'll get you a walking around leg or an everyday wheelchair. Nothing to do with sport is covered by insurance. Wow. So that's why we started the foundation, to make sure that athlete like Keith, if he needs to travel, if he needs equipment of any sort, that he gets the equipment he needs to stay in a game of life through sport. As we all know, sport's a huge part of who we are. The insurance companies consider sport a luxury item. We all know sport's not a luxury item. It's a huge part of it.
You can speak to that. It's a vital part of growing up.
I think it changes community, it changes town, it gets you. I always said, my son's 15 years old. I love the whole travel circuit, but him getting a chance to play with his high school team and his high school buddies, knowing his classmates, saying hi to him in the hallway, it changes the whole dynamic of what it's about.
Well, and the cool part is, you think about the athletes we've had here. We had Landis Sims, we had Parker Bird, and now we got Keith. And every one of those kids, after Parker was on the show, all of a sudden, all these parents were reaching out, saying, hey, my son's missing a leg, my son's missing an arm. He wants to play sports. How does he do it? Yeah. Right? So that's just being able to have a showcase and a spotlight on our athletes, like this young man, is really, really important.
Keith, I mentioned going to break that Jim Advent has not pitched in the big leagues for almost a quarter century, if not more.
Definitely.
How did you become aware of him? Because like you throw left-handed. That's what Jim Abbott did. He also was able to manipulate the glove. How did you become aware of Jim Abbott?
So I think when I was younger, just doing my childhood things, going on YouTube, just watching videos around baseball and stuff, came across a couple videos of Jim, and thought it was very inspiring.
What did you think when you saw Jim Abbott? Didn't have the benefit of the right hand. What did you think when you saw that playing in the big leagues?
Definitely, like, just knowing it's possible, first of all. I mean, just such a big inspiration to have such a similar situation like me. I mean, it's crazy to see how similar our pitching form looks, and it's incredible. But for sure, I mean, he's been such a big inspiration to me, and just showing me that it's possible. Yeah. So, I mean, that's definitely my biggest thing for him. But
D-Row, this young man rakes. He hit above 300 this year for his high school.
And I saw he pitched out of the bullpen, but you got one start.
I did get one start. Oh, I absolutely shoved. I absolutely shoved. It was amazing. I threw a one-hitter. But that was the first time I've started a game in years. I'm mainly reliever from now.
So the hitting, which is more challenging for you? Is it the hitting or the pitching?
It's got to be the hitting.
I mean, I wouldn't say either it's challenging, if I'm being honest.
Really?
I've kind of just...
That's why I wanted. And how long did it take you to come up with the windup and feel comfortable going out there, repeating it consistently?
Well, I've had some really good coaches in the past, and they've all done a good inspiration on me, and they've all helped me out in many different ways. So, I mean, I just want to thank my coaches. I mean, for all that. I mean, they've helped me. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them.
Real quick, while he's getting on the mound, Bob, what does it mean to have an athlete like Keith? To have him represent the organization the way he does.
The great thing about someone like Keith is he shows other kids at home that there's hope, that there's opportunity, that sport is there for them if they want it. They reach out to CAF, and our job is, Keith says, I want to pitch in the major leagues. Our job is to help him get there.
Nice.
That's really what it's all about. So he understands that we're helping him, and his role is to help that next kid.
Well, his mindset's special, though. You can tell he's tough.
Jump on the mound, Keith.
Exactly.
All right. Tell us what you're
through it first off. Where are you standing on?
All right.
On the first base side? Third base side?
No, I kind of just line up right in the middle.
Really?
You know, I put that left foot right there. I would stand with the right foot off. If we're going from the wind up here, so nobody's on. So left foot, just standing right there in the middle. Hand kind of goes right in there in between this little hole I got in my 44.
Okay.
Beautiful glove here. And so just come up, and so the glove stays on my hand right there. So we have it. So I kind of
You're gripping it right there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then deliver.
And as soon as you deliver, it goes
right back on.
Want a ball?
I mean, but I've gotten so good at it over the years.
Yeah, let's see you.
Oh, we got a little ball going?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go.
Drop that on live TV.
No, can't do that.
Gosh. All right, so ball goes right underneath the glove, so you can't see.
Don't be tipping. I'd be looking.
Yeah. No, I put it behind my little nub, so you can't see. And and then throw the ball, and then obviously I can't throw it right now, so.
What do opponents think?
Back on.
What reactions have you?
Well, I've gotten quite the amount of chirps, obviously.
Really?
I would say it's every game I definitely get a comment about my hand or something.
Tell them what they say.
Yeah. So literally, freshman year, we'll go back 1 year, my first ever pitching appearance in high school, they don't remember the team at all.
Okay.
But I just remember stepping on the mound. I think I threw to my first hitter, and then 2 pitches in, they were starting chirping at me, yelling, like, get him a hand, and just a bunch of just, like, crazy stuff. But I don't even listen to it. Just throw it behind, and then.
That's just gross.
Yeah, I mean.
That's when I call time.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a sign of respect. Basically saying,
guess,
if you weren't good, they wouldn't be chirping. The fact that you're a dominant guy, they're trying to get in your head.
Maybe you get a little chin music.
What's the goal? You want to play in college?
Oh, I want to ride out baseball as long as I possibly can. Yeah, of course.
Hey, Bob, I understand you got a presentation.
So we've been around 32 years, and we have a special grant for this young man. This year alone, we just sent out $6.6 million in grants, 4,025 grants. And I think we have one right here. This is actually designated our 50,000th grant, a $3,000 grant for this young man for travel expenses and all sorts of whatever else this young man needs. Now, I think we're going to see him in the bigs, don't you think?
Oh, that's great.
One day. Wow. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Wow, I don't even know where to,
Figuring out who to give our 50,000th grant to was not hard. This young man, we first met him when he was 10, threw out the first pitch at the Astros game. And just the personality, this young man's going to do great.
You can tell he's so mentally tough.
Yeah. So tough.
Right? So Keith, it was a pleasure meeting you, my man.
Sir.
Congratulations on the honor. I know the money is going to be spent towards the good use. Enjoy the travel ball this summer, and I have no doubt we're going to be hearing more from you.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tell everyone in League City we said hello.
Oh, I will.
Bob, thanks again for coming in. Good to see you again.
Your support is awesome.
And I want you to know, I want Mike Lowell to know, I'm not coming at this with an agenda. We're past that. The revolution is over. We're now largely in a meritocracy of ideas in baseball. I'm not 100% all analytics. In fact, the most influential executive in the history of baseball is Branch Rickey. Branch Rickey was a former major league catcher. The most influential executive of the last generation is Billy Beane. Billy Beane, also a former major league player. You can be good at both jobs. But within any culture, the pendulum is always swinging. And I think we're seeing the pendulum and the axe swing in Texas. Let's do a little digging in. The Texas Rangers are struggling offensively and are now a full year removed from a World Series title. They've made a move, firing offensive coordinator Donnie Ecker. Ecker, a former college ball player, one of the modern gurus who have found a home in Major League Baseball. The Rangers replacing him with former All-Star second baseman Brett Boone. Boone has never been a hitting coach of any sort professionally. His calling is that he became a big-time power hitter for 3 years midway through his career. Boone will staff 2 other hitting coaches with him on the staff. He's not alone, but again, Ecker is out. For those too young to remember or too young to ever know, there was a time in Major League Baseball, its entire history until about 25 years ago, that the only people that were allowed to coach in Major League Baseball were guys who could play Major League Baseball. And it went without saying. Now, that has in the past 25 years proven to not be true at all. We've seen an infiltration of new age coaches, not former players, who have mastered biomechanics or many facets of the latest technology, not only have a major impact on the game, but absolutely transformed the game of baseball in maximizing performance. So I want you just to remember, there was a time when Donnie Ecker was celebrated. This was during the 2023 World Series. Ecker has the Rangers training for a high fastball attack by the Diamondbacks. We have video of that just behind the scenes. In fact, the series was a fascinating tactical battle between 2 high-end, new-age coaches. Then 37-year-old Ecker for the Rangers and the then 75-year-old Brett Strom. Yeah, he was new age, the pitching coach for Arizona. The Rangers prevailed, taking home the World Series trophy. Now, 2 years later, things aren't so good for the Texas Rangers offense. Now, this isn't all on Donnie Ecker, obviously. It's not on any one hitting coach. But it is what it is entering last night's game. Here are their ranks. On base, slugging, weighted runs created plus of 28th, 24th, 25th. There are 30 teams in baseball. And the process stats, it's even worse. Second to last in walk percentage, second to last in chase rate. This does not speak to good at-bats. But I will point out, the Rangers president of baseball ops is Chris Young, a former major league player, but also has the total resume package that is now sought in baseball. He's not only a former major league pitcher, he's also an Ivy Leaguer out of Princeton. The Rangers also, to be fair, they're a very stable organization. They're not known for sweeping changes for the sake of doing anything. But it is part of a wave in the game, maybe just a bit of pushback against the infiltration of hitting and pitching gurus. We've seen Edgar Martinez, Hall of Fame hitter, now Mariners senior director of hitting strategy, and Seattle went from a struggling offense to the second best hitting club in the majors this season. Remember in San Francisco last year, the Giants fired new age GM Farhan Zaidi and replaced him with their living legend, former player Buster Posey. In Boston, the Red Sox fired new age GM Hein Bloom, hired former relief pitcher Craig Breslow, who, former major leaguer, also an Ivy leaguer. And going back a few years, another former Rays executive was let go even after winning a World Series. That was James Click. The Astros didn't replace him right away, eventually went with Dana Brown, former college baseball star, Seton Hall of Famer, player development success story with the Braves. So coaching, tactics, hiring, and baseball ops have decidedly gone the way of analytics. These are now sophisticated jobs. But I hope we're at a place where we now know the best ideas are not the exclusive province of major leaguers or Ivy leaguers, or former major leaguers who went to the Ivy Leagues. Just something to be aware of as the pendulum swings back a little. Let me know your thoughts. How important is a major league career on the resume of your coaching staff? Meaning it used to be all important, you had to have it, can't get started without it. Now, obviously not the case, but it remains alluring, shall we say.